The battery sitting on your charger right now has a built-in expiration date, and the manufacturer knows exactly when it is. Not because batteries wear out, that's expected, because the specific cells inside your pack were chosen to wear out faster than they had to at a cost savings of under $3 per pack. I have torn apart hundreds of these packs. I have pulled the cells, measured capacity, traced the failure back to the exact chemistry decision that caused it. And every time, the math comes out the same. The pack that cost you $110 lasted 2 years. The cells inside it could have been rated for 1,000 cycles instead of 300. The price difference at the manufacturing level is between $1.50 and $3 per cell. That is the scam. Not a conspiracy, not illegal, just a cost trade-off that benefits the manufacturer every single time a consumer buys a replacement pack. Today, we are going through exactly what is happening inside your battery, how to diagnose it before it dies completely, and every practical step that extends the life of what you already own, starting with the storage rule that most people get completely wrong. Here's the first thing you need to understand about why your pack is dying. Inside every 18-volt or 20-volt lithium-ion pack is a series of cylindrical cells, 18650 or 21700 format. Each one provides 3.6 volts nominal. They are spot welded together in series and parallel arrangements wrapped in plastic housing and connected to a battery management board. The cells themselves come from Samsung, LG, or Murata, the same suppliers used in laptop batteries and electric vehicles. The difference is this: a laptop battery is designed around conservative charge voltages and moderate discharge rates. An electric vehicle pack is engineered to active cool its cells and balance charge across thousands of cycles. Your power tool pack is designed to be as small, as light, and as cheap as possible, while delivering the highest peak amp output the marketing team can print on the label. That combination kills cells fast. The death happens in 3 ways simultaneously. First, every charge cycle grows a layer called the solid electrolyte interface on the anode. That layer is unavoidable, but aggressive charge voltages at 4.2 volts and fast chargers running up to 12 amps accelerate its growth dramatically. Second, high discharge rates, the kind you get ripping through a 2x10 with a circular saw, cause lithium plating on the anode. That plating permanently reduces the amount of lithium available to carry charge. Third, the cathode material itself, nickel manganese cobalt or nickel cobalt aluminum, degrades under the heat generated by those high discharge rates. All 3 happen at the same time, and they feed each other. The warmer the cell runs, the faster every degradation mechanism accelerates. Pre-2010, most professional packs ran nickel-cadmium cells, lower energy density, heavier, but the chemistry was forgiving. You could run them hard, charge them fast, and still get several years out of the pack under good conditions. The cells were replaceable, the housing screwed open. When one cell went bad, you swapped it. Now check your current pack, find the seam. It is not a screw joint, it is either ultrasonic welded or heat staked shut. The manufacturer does not sell individual cells. The battery management board uses a proprietary communication protocol that prevents third-party packs from functioning with the charger. The repair path has been engineered out of existence, so you buy another pack. Here is how to tell where your pack is in its degradation cycle right now, before it fails on a job. The first sign is runtime. If a fully charged pack that used to run your drill for 45 minutes is now cutting out at 25, you have lost capacity. That is not a charger problem, that is cell fade. The second sign is heat. Run your pack through a moderate task. Not a demo cut, just a normal drill sequence. Pull it off the tool and hold it. A healthy pack is warm. A degrading pack is hot. Elevated cell temperature under moderate load means internal resistance is climbing. The cells are working harder to deliver the same output. The third sign is the charger light. If your charger is refusing to charge a pack that has been sitting unused or cycling between charging and error, the battery management board is seeing a cell that has dropped below its minimum voltage threshold. That cell is likely lithium plated and may not recover. You can sometimes pull a pack back from that state, and more on that in a moment. But most of the time, when the charger refuses, the pack is done. The fourth sign is the one most people miss. sluggish startup torque, not reduced runtime, not heat. Just the tool feels soft off the trigger. That is high internal resistance. The cells cannot deliver their rated discharge current. The chemistry has degraded to the point where peak amp draw is compromised, even when the pack reads as fully charged on the indicator. If you are seeing signs 1 and 2, you still have time. If you are seeing signs 3 and 4, you are at end of life. Now here is every practical thing you can do to stop this from happening to the pack you just bought. The single most damaging thing you do to a battery is leave it on the charger. Not because the charger overcharges it and new modern chargers cut off at full, because every hour the pack sits at 100% state of charge, the cells are under maximum electrochemical stress. The cathode material is holding lithium ions at the highest possible tension. That tension degrades the cathode, whether the pack is in a tool or sitting on a shelf. Take the pack off the charger when it is full. That one habit alone extends cell life more than any other single change. The second rule is storage charge. If you are putting a pack away for more than 2 weeks, end of the season, between projects, whatever, do not store it full and do not store it empty. 40 to 60% charge is the target. At 40 to 60%, the cathode is under minimal stress and the anode lithium is in its most stable state. A pack stored at 100% for 6 months loses measurable capacity even without a single use cycle. A pack stored at 0% can trigger the undervoltage lockout in the battery management board and refuse to charge at all. The way to hit 40 to 60% is simple. Run the tool until the first sign of power drop. It's not until it cuts out just the first hint of reduced speed under load. That is roughly the 50% mark for most packs. Pull it off. Store it there. The third rule is temperature. Lithium-ion cells have a recommended storage range, with most manufacturers citing somewhere between roughly -4 and 77 degrees Fahrenheit as the safe window and 50 to 77 degrees as the ideal range. Above the upper end of that range, the electrolyte degrades. Charging in cold temperatures accelerates lithium plating on the anode, which is why you should never charge a pack that is very cold without letting it warm up first. Do not leave your packs in a hot truck cab in July. Do not charge them immediately after they have been sitting in a cold garage in January. Let them come to room temperature first. A shelf inside the house at room temperature year-round, that is the storage environment. It sounds obvious. Most people do not do it. The fourth rule is matching the pack to the task. This one is counterintuitive. Bigger is not always better. When you run a 5 amp hour pack on a light drill, driving screws, boring small pilot holes, you are cycling only a fraction of the cell capacity on each charge. That is efficient. The cells stay cooler. Degradation is slower. But when you run that same 5 amp hour pack on a circular saw cutting hardwood, 2 things happen. First, the peak amp draw is so high that every cell in the pack is discharging at rates above their design rating. Second, the pack heats up fast. Both accelerate degradation. For high drain applications, circular saws, reciprocating saws, angle grinders, leaf blowers, rotate packs. Do not run one pack until it is dead, then charge and repeat. Run a pack to 50%, swap to a second pack, let the first cool completely before putting it back on the charger. That single habit, rotating 2 packs instead of hammering one, reduces the cycle count on each individual pack by half. You double the useful life of both packs for the cost of buying one spare. That spare is not wasted money. It is a cycle management tool. The fifth rule is the charger. Use the manufacturer's charger for your platform, not because third-party chargers are always inferior, some are fine, but because the battery management board and the charger communicate. The charger is reading cell temperature and voltage in real time and adjusting charge rate accordingly. A charger that cannot read that data charges at a fixed rate regardless of cell condition. Fixed rate fast charging on a warm pack after heavy use is exactly the thermal stress scenario that destroys cells fastest. If you have to charge immediately after use on a job, no time to let it cool. Put the pack in front of a fan for 10 minutes first. Drop the cell temperature before you put voltage through it. 10 minutes of cooling before charging does more for cell longevity than any premium charger feature. The sixth rule is the deep discharge save, and this one has a specific window. When a cell drops below approximately 2.5 volts, the battery management board cuts the pack off. The charger sees the pack is defective and refuses to charge it. Most people throw the pack away at this point. Some packs can be recovered if the undervoltage condition is recent. The method is to apply a trickle charge, well below the normal charge rate, to slowly bring the cell voltage back above the cutoff threshold. Some chargers have a recovery mode, some do not. If yours does, use it. If yours does not, there are aftermarket chargers sold specifically for cell recovery that work across most major platforms. The window for this to work is roughly 2 to 4 weeks after the pack goes into lockout. Beyond that, lithium plating has typically progressed to the point where the cell cannot hold charge even if you force it back above the threshold. You will recover enough voltage to fool the charger, but the pack will have 20 to 30 minutes of runtime at best. Know the window. If a pack has been sitting locked out in your shop for 6 months, it is gone. If it locked out last week, I'll tell you what no dealer ever will. The mower in your garage right now probably has 15 good years left in it. They just need you not to know how to get them. A mower that lasts isn't built different. It's maintained different. The new maintenance protocol shows you what actually kills these machines, how to spot trouble in your own engine early, and which parts to buy without getting jerked around at the dealer. The same know-how that keeps one starting on the second pull after 40 years. Every book comes with a printable maintenance calendar, and whether you've got a walk-behind or a riding mower, there's one for both. Scan the QR code or tap the link up top, code Robert for 15% off. Make it last. You have options. Now here is the reality on aftermarket packs, and because this question comes up constantly. Aftermarket packs at half the OEM price exist because they use lower grade cells from smaller suppliers, skip or simplify the battery management board, and cut the thermal management features that slow degradation under load. Some aftermarket packs work fine for light use. For high drain applications, most of them degrade faster than the OEM packs they are replacing, not slower. The savings at purchase disappear by cycle 200. The exception is aftermarket packs built around high-quality cells like the Samsung 30Q, which is rated at 3,000 milliamp hours, or other 21700 cells from established suppliers with verified capacity ratings. Those exist. They cost more than the cheap aftermarket packs, sometimes close to OEM pricing. But the cell chemistry is genuinely superior to what most OEM budget line packs use. If you are going to buy aftermarket, verify the specific cell model in the pack before you buy, not the pack's claimed capacity. The cell model number. If the seller cannot tell you the cell model, the cells are not worth knowing about. The highest drain applications, circular saws, miter saws, anything with a blade, should stay on OEM packs with full battery management boards. The BMS is doing active work on those packs, balancing cells, throttling charge rate, monitoring temperature. That work matters when you are pulling 30 amps through 6 cells in a cold garage. For a drill driver used 3 times a week for light framing, a quality aftermarket pack with good cells is a reasonable choice. One more thing on the repair side, rebuild services exist. You send in your dead pack, they crack it open, replace the cells, and send it back. Cost varies depending on the pack size and chemistry. Smaller or older packs may run $40 to $70, while many modern 18-volt and 20-volt lithium rebuilds run higher than that before shipping. OEM replacement packs run $90 to $130. The math looks attractive until you factor in shipping time, quality control on the new cells, and the fact that the battery management board with DIG, which is not being replaced, may itself have logging or degradation that limits the new cells. For a high-use, professional pack that you know well and trust, a rebuild from a reputable service with verified cell brands is worth considering. For a pack that has been heavily abused, thermally cycled aggressively, and shows signs of board issues, the charger light cycling, erratic communication with tools, rebuilding it installs new cells in a damaged system. The board will kill the new cells faster than a healthy board would. Diagnose before you rebuild. If the pack fails symptom tests at the charger but the tools run normally when the pack is slightly warm, the cells are the issue and a rebuild makes sense. If the tool behavior is erratic, regardless of charge state or temperature, the board is suspect, and a rebuild is a gamble. The complete picture on cost looks like this. You bought a toolkit 2 years ago. The batteries were part of the price. They are dead or nearly dead. You need 2 replacement packs at $110 each. That is $220, possibly more than you paid for the tool itself. Over 10 years of tool ownership, the average user buys 2 to 3 replacement packs per platform. The batteries cost more than the tools. The manufacturers know this. The ecosystem lock-in, one platform, one charger, proprietary communication is not an accident. Switching brands means replacing every battery, every charger, every tool that depends on the platform. So you stay, and you buy another pack, and the cycle continues. The only structural countermove is rotation, temperature discipline, and storage charge discipline applied consistently from the day you buy the pack, not after it starts failing. Start those habits on the newest pack in your collection. Not the one that is already showing signs of fade, the one you bought last month that feels like it has infinite power right now. That is the pack to protect, because by the time you feel the degradation, you have already lost 30% of the cell life you paid for. We are not consumers who accept a 2-year expiration date on a $100 tool component. We are mechanics who understand the chemistry, manage the variables, and squeeze every cycle out of every cell we own. If your pack has already gone into charger lockout and you want to walk through the recovery process step by step, drop that in the comments. And if you have a pack that died faster than it should have, brand, model year, what application you were running, put that below too. The pattern is useful. We will keep tracking it.